Hey guys, what's up? So thank you guys for tuning in. I am really excited. As promised, I'm going to be doing a look today with some of my favorite Colourpop products. So first I'm going to go ahead and today I'm going to start with my new All-Star Primer. And I really like this just because all I have to do, put a little bit on my finger, rub it in, just really rub it in all over my face. And this is great because it's just going to add that little bit of a base. Okay, so now that we've got the base, we're going to move on to my eyes. So for my eyes, I went and I got a no filter concealer, and this is in Fair 04. I have two different colors. I have Fair 04 and Fair 06. So I'm going to use the Fair 06 because it's a little bit darker. I'm just going to like pat it on my eyes and then grab my brush. And this is just to add like that base for your eyeshadows, so it's even and really easy to put on. Okay, so now that I have my concealer on as a base for my eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my Your Dreamy palette that I made. This is BYOP. If you guys follow Colourpop, you guys know that all the BYOPs, build your own palettes, are 50% off right now. So this is the palette that I built, and it's a really great face palette. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this shade on my eyes just to kind of like fill it in and start with like that natural coat. Okay, so for today's eye look, I'm going to be using the Double Entendre palette from Colourpop. And this has got to be my favorite palette to date just because of all of the really great neutral colors. I'm really big on like just kind of keeping it simple. I'm kind of still scared to like venture out and do more, so smoky eyes are really comfortable for me. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today, is my version of a smoky eye. So first, how we started with like a natural color for the base, we're going to continue that, and I'm going to grab the color Flasher and just kind of give it a quick dose all over the eye, just to kind of start off blending out with my face makeup that I put up there. So now that we've got Flasher on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come in with what's going to be my lightest crease color, which I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Teddy Bear, which is this color right here. One thing that I've learned from watching makeup tutorials is it's best to hold the brush at the end and to use these kind of like pointy brushes. I don't know, guys. And I'm just going to do like the top little portion. And come in and put that right there. So I went ahead and I moved my camera a little bit closer, you guys, so you guys can see. And as you can see, I have Flasher right here. Next, I'm going to come in with my second darkest shade, which is Hot Bod right here, and right here. And so I've been told to use the same brush for your three crease colors. I don't know if that's right. You guys can totally correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And you're just going to come a little bit lower. I forgot to tap my brush. Kind of just adding that little bit of darkness, right? So now that we have Hot Bod on there, I'm going to come in, and I know I said I was going to use this brush for all three shades, but I think I'm actually going to grab a much smaller brush, which is this one, and I am going to come in with Uninhibited right here. I'm just going to like grab it, knock it off, and lightly add it in. I always get really scared when I do my darker colors because I feel like they always get all over my eye. Okay guys, so now that I have my three crease shades, I'm going to come in with Locked and Loaded right here for my inside, for my inner eye. I honestly, guys, I got these brushes on Amazon and Wish, so I don't know what any of them are called. They didn't come with like names or anything. And I'm just gonna kind of like blend that in and kind of come up above it. So next, guys, I'm gonna grab Neat right here as a little transition shade between the inner eye and my creases. I'm just gonna like gently pat it. That way I get a nice little blend between the colors. It's not like too harsh. And I like to... So now that we've blended pretty well, I'm going to come back in with the first shade that I started with, Teddy Bear, which was my first crease color. I kind of just wiped off this brush that I was using. I'm going to lightly come back in on top of it just to like make sure that that color really is still there. Because remember, we blended on top of it for the crease. And I know, guys, I need to do my eyebrows. I'm the worst at that. I'm gonna go see my girl at KBJ Beauty and she's gonna hook me up. She always does. She does your girl right. So yeah, those are my eyes. I hope you guys like it. And we'll move on to beating this face and then I'll put my mask. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start with my foundation. It's by Colourpop. It's Fair 25 is my color. And I love Colourpop's foundation. It's really light. I feel like some foundations can get to be like really thick, just trying to be like extra coverage, which is great. I know some people need that extra coverage. I only get blemishes occasionally, and I mainly put on foundation to cover up all my redness. So now that we've got all my foundation on, I really like it. I feel like it really evens out my skin color. I'm going to come back to my palette, which again, I absolutely love. I curated it perfectly for like a face, my face. And I'm going to grab one of the only like really nice brushes that I have from Sephora. It's right here. This is what I use. At first, I start with my brush and I just kind of like get it all on. And then I'll come in with my beauty blender and I'll really dab it in where I need more coverage and like a little bit more layered protection. Okay, so now that we've got my face done, I'm gonna come in with this lighter shade right here and I'm just gonna go underneath my eyes with my sponge. So now that we've added that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come in with my Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. And I have it in translucent. And I'm just going to add that on top and let it bake while we do my contour. So now that we are sufficiently baked, I'm going to come in with my contour, which I use this one for my contour. I'm totally going to have to write down the colors for you guys, so if you're interested, I can hook y'all up with the info. And I just kind of like that, lightly pat it on there and blend as I go. If I feel like it's coming out too dark, I'll come back in with the brush that I used for my face and blend it all in once I add my little bronzer. Am I the only person that has that one part of their face, well, that one side of their face that's like extra hard to contour? Or you two, just me? Maybe, I don't know. This side always blends out so beautifully. The other side is just always a hot mess. Okay, so next I'm going to come in with the shade that I picked out for my bronzer, which is right here. And it's just like a little dark shade that I really use to blend everything together with my face and my contour. And I just kind of like pat it on all over, kind of like on top of the contour, down below it, just to like continue that tan, nice color look. Beautiful. Okay, so after that I come in with this brush and I use the color that I picked for my blush, which I love, and I just use it on the tips of my cheeks right here. Okay, so now that we've done that and I'm nice and blushed right there, I'm going to come back in with my lighter shade and kind of even out my bake. Because your girl has been baking for a minute. So I'm going to come in next with my highlighter shade, which is right here. Where's my highlighter brush? I use this little fan brush. Just to like add that glow, girl. So now that we've got all that done, I'm going to come in with this big bad boy and just kind of like blend in my cheeks and my face right here. Just to like make sure that the lines aren't too harsh. You see how that just kind of like makes it all like go into one another. Really helps add that little bit of, just takes away all the extra. Girl don't know what she's talking about. I'm just doing it the way that I do it, y'all. Perfect. So next I'm going to use my All-Star Face Setting Spray, which I absolutely love. It came in a duo with the primer that I got, and it's really great. I've used other setting sprays, and this has got to be my favorite of all. Just 3 little spritz real quick. Let that dry. And while we do that, I'm going to put on my eyeliner and my mascara. Okay guys, so I'm all done, and I just wanted to show you guys that I used the Colourpop Gel Cream Liner in the color Swerve, and I used the Volumizing Mascara in the color Black on Black, which is absolutely great. I love their mascara so much. I used to be such a stickler for mascara, and they seriously have like the best. I'm still working on learning how to use an eyelash curler because they scare me. Like I had a bad experience, but I was young, so early 2000s. Shouldn't judge things on that, but I do. And I totally love it. Next, I'm going to use, and last but not least, I'm going to use the So Juicy Lip Plumping Gloss in the color Intersection, which I have 2 of them. I have Intersection, and then I have All Talk, but since we're going with like a natural look, I'm going to use this one. And like, I've used a couple different lip plumpers, and this one's my favorite. So there we have it. I'm all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do my hair and take a picture. We'll see you guys. And here we are. I'm all ready. Straighten my hair. Went from looking like a hot mess to a hot mom in a hot minute. So yeah.